there's that militiaman dude in Oregon stealing water. Did I hear about that? Oh no. Okay. Sorry, this article is Florida Bans Teaching Critical Race Theory in Schools by Leah Asmelash, CNN. That was our planet. Damn you, our planet is gone. Damn you all to hell. CNN. Florida has become the latest state to ban critical race theory, continuing the growing charge by Republican lawmakers against schools teaching about systemic racism. After hours of debate and public comment Thursday, the Florida State Board of Education unanimously approved the amendment banning critical race theory. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who appointed much of the board, spoke ahead of the meeting, saying critical race theory would teach children the country is rotten and that our institutions are illegitimate. I mean, he's right about one thing: the country is rotten and our institutions are illegitimate. That's not worth any taxpayer dollars, he said. That's worth every penny, bitch. The amendment states topics must be factual and objective and specifically prohibits, quote, the teaching of critical race theory, meaning the theory that racism is not merely the product of prejudice, but that racism is embedded in American society and its legal systems in order to uphold the supremacy of white persons. I don't know, it's pretty fucking factual. Those are all facts. The amendment also bans material from the 1619 Project, a Pulitzer Prize-winning initiative by the New York Times that reframed American history around the date of August 1619, when the first slave ship arrived in American shores. I mean, from my understanding, the 1619 Project is pretty lib, but you know what? I love when conservatives are mad. In a statement posted on Twitter, DeSantis said the amendment protects students from being indoctrinated to think a certain way, mirroring language used by other states and locales that have made similar moves. I mean, that's kind of funny, like closing off avenues of thought from being taught. Perhaps this could be called something that I know they absolutely hate, but this looks suspiciously like thought policing. This looks like they're trying to do in 1984. I know how much they love talking about that book. Oh no, not more Eamon Bundy. Ugh. Okay, we'll look at that in a second. Critical race theory teaches kids to hate our country and to hate each other. It is state-sanctioned racism and has no place in Florida schools, he wrote. God damn, man. I love postmodern conservatism. You can just say whatever the fuck you want, you know? And just pretend it's true and be mad about it. Critical race theory has become politicized in recent months, with opponents arguing the area of study is based on Marxism and is a threat to the American way of life. Oh my fucking god, these people are morons. These people are absolutely historically illiterate, but whatever. But critical race theory, according to scholars who study it, explores the ways in which a history of inequality and racism in the United States has continued to impact American society today. Quote, it is an approach to grappling with a history of white supremacy that rejects the belief that what's in the past is in the past, and that the laws and systems that grow from the past are detached from it. Kimberly Crenshaw, a founding critical race theorist and a law professor at UCLA and Columbia University, told CNN last year. Yeah, Kimberly Crenshaw's pretty cool, from my understanding. In Australia, it was the carbon tax emissions trading scheme to make polluters pay for renewable infrastructure, and the Safe Schools program, literally just a thing teaching kids not to bully LGBTQ plus people. The right wingers just keep going until they turn them into political poison. Yeah, I mean, that's their whole goal, is to like to terminate all discussion on a matter, so that they can be right, because unlike what a lot of dipshit conservatives like to say and tout, they do not win out in the marketplace of ideas. The only way that they win is by screaming really loud, and not shutting the fuck up, basically. Thank you for the follow, Jazzy's Bud. Okay. And yet across the country, local boards of education and states are pushing against teaching the impact of systemic racism and critical race theory in schools, calling it indoctrination. Idaho, for example, spicy, passed a bill in May banning teaching in any public school that, quote, any sex, race, ethnicity, religion, color, or national origin is inherently superior or inferior, which according to that bill was often found in critical race theory. Yes, conservatives once again making up a guy to get mad about. Tennessee has banned teaching it too. Locally, the debate has surged as well. In Florida, a teacher is suing a local school district for allegedly retaliating after she spoke up about racism and hung a Black Lives Matter flag. And in Texas, a small town became divided over an attempt to address racism in its local schools, with a group of residents, politicians, and local political action committee vehemently opposing critical race theory, claiming it would indoctrinate children according to extremely liberal beliefs. Oh my god. This makes me want to scream. And we've got one more thing to scream about on the docket, thanks to Dan. Man, this sucks shit. What counts as critical race and what doesn't, and who decides in each state. It's literally, they can call anything. They can call it anything it. If it's something they don't like, which would be calling out racism, they will call it critical race theory and try and ban it. Alright, well, so after that delightful news story, we're on to this delightful news story. A water war is brewing in Oregon after Klamath Basin shut down. Trisha Hill tears up when she talks about the... Sorry. War of Northern Aggression making a comeback in the curriculum. Oh, I'm sure. Alright, Dev, we'll look at this. This is Kim Jong-un looking at things. Lovely. Excellent. Delightful. Lugubrious. Interessante. Adorable. Oh yeah, they all feel very 90s. Do you see the look on his face? That's some joy right there. That's some joy, y'all. Oh, he is in video, James. He's liking the soccer. What's he drinking there? What do you think he's drinking there? What do you think that is? Kim Jong-un Pog. Kim Jong Pog. Sorry. What? He's petting a baby goat? He looks very happy. A plane? Oh. There's like some like childlike wonder going on in these pictures, and it's kind of delightful. I don't want to hear anyone being like, oh, North Korea, Kim Jong-un bad. Like, just, I think it's Juche. I always thought it was Juche, but maybe it's Juche. I don't know. Is there a? Oh. Let's see. Ignore the politics. Just enjoy the picture. Yeah. Oh, Juche. An interesting emphasis on there. Sorry, let's play that one more time so y'all can hear it again. Juche. English Juche pronunciation in American English. Then fucking oh god, I don't yeah, I think A and face. Oh, okay, you can hover over those. I didn't know you could just like hover over those and what's up, Fod? As in pleasure. Okay. D as in die. Okay. Of course, this is the CIA pronunciation. Wait, is it actually? Author David. I mean, yeah, it probably is, honestly. Whatever. But it looks like it's Juche. Ooh as in goose. Shh. Juche. Actually, it looks more like Juche. Oh, Juche. Okay, the T. Yeah, okay, never mind. It's showing the primary accent on the second syllable. Yeah, so it's Juche. Juche. I hear the cat again. Okay. Shall we go into less fun times of not of Kim Jong-un looking at things? Because that was honestly like pretty delightful. Alright, a water war is brewing in Oregon after Klamath Basin shut down. Trisha Hill tears up when she talks about the emotional toll the water shutoff in southern Oregon has had on her family. That ground's fucked up. That's like dry, like dead dry. It's like bone dry. Amid historic climate change driven drought, say that 5 times fast, Jesus. I watched an awesome video of 2 North Korean bass players yesterday. Nice. Hell yeah, Comrade Voltron. Amid historic climate change-driven drought, the federal government in May shut down the water supply from the Upper Klamath Basin on the California-Oregon border to protect native fish species on the verge of extinction. As a result, Hill and other farmers like her in the region have been cut off from water they have used for decades. The drought has definitely made it a lot harder for us to get by year after year, and it's making an already tight margin a lot tighter. Hill, a fourth-generation farmer, told CNN, "For all of us, we've got families, employees, customers, people we have to figure out how to take care of." Oh, here's an article about No Evil Foods, which, shout out again to Psychic Dolphin Garage, did an interview with organized workers who organized over there. We're not going to get to that tonight, probably, because I should probably get to bed soon. But we are going to get through this article for sure. Damn, Sonny, you loud. As the Klamath Basin dried up, an environmental crisis exploded into a water war this year that has pitted local farmers against Native American tribes, government agencies, and conservationists, with one group threatening to take the water back by force. More than a century ago, the Federal Klamath Project redrew the basin's landscape, draining lakes and redirecting rivers to build a farming community that today supplies horseradish, wheat, beets, and even potatoes for Frito-Lay chips. Sounds like the government should maybe buy that, like, offer a good amount of money for that land and shit, and, you know, give it back to the people it was stolen from. Maybe. I don't know. That's just a thought. But the project has since been a source of environmental controversy, and 2 native fish species were listed as endangered in the 1980s. Since then, federal water officials have sought to strike what some say is an impossible balance between providing water to local farmers and leaving enough to protect the fish that are central to the cultural practices of native Klamath tribes. Yeah, maybe fucking buy them out, like, you give everyone $1 million, $2 million, fucking, I don't know, whatever. Just give them a shitload of money. Sometimes you can just, maybe if you just, like, fucking threw money at the problem. I don't know. When the lake level plummeted earlier this year, okay, I'm just trying to put it a little bit in perspective. Like, the federal government printed like $6 trillion that it mostly gave to, like, businesses. I mean, it gave some to, like, working people, but it mostly gave it to businesses. Like, they couldn't just do that, like, literally, like, the tiniest fraction of that to give to fucking horseradish farmers. There was a huge fish kill in Australia last year because we allowed cotton farmers to steal all of the water in the Murray-Darling River system upstream. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, fucking pay people to not do that shit. Hold on. I know the liberal way is to punish people for doing a thing, and that's their shit is, like, negative incentives. But maybe if you, like, made a positive incentive to say, like, just, I don't know, we literally shouldn't be growing cotton in Australia at all. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense too. Like, fucking pay people to not do that shit. I don't know. A lot of this sounds like just very fucking silly. Anyway, When the lake level plummeted earlier this year, federal officials decided to shutter a head gate that has delivered water to communities around the basin since 1907. We're getting to the end of the rope. The shutdown has upended agricultural practices, taxed the community, and added financial burden to farming families. Some are threatening to take matters into their own hands. In April, Dan Nielsen and Grant Knoll bought property next to the irrigation canal headgate in Klamath Falls, Oregon. Soon after, they erected a large red and white tent and plastered it with American flags and signs that read things such as "Stop Rural Cleansing" and "Help Amend the Endangered Species Act." Like, literally, like, pay them to move. I don't know. Like, pay them well to move, because whatever. We're here because we're trying to stand up for our private property. Yeah, private property, great, who cares? Nielsen said, "We've been trying to be nice, but we're getting to the end of the rope. You just go in there and pull the bulkheads and open the head gates." No, fuck you, dude. "We're going to do it peacefully," he added, "unless the federal government turns on us like they usually do." Ignoring the fact that all of this shit that all of this shit was started in the first place to push out and cleanse the indigenous populations from the place. Stop rural cleansing. They already did the rural cleansing. You're the replacement. It's so fucking infuriating. In 2001, during a previous water standoff with the federal government, enraged farmers, including Nielsen and Knoll, breached a chain link fence and forced open the head gates of the main canal with saws, crowbars, and blowtorches until the U.S. Marshals were called in to put an end to it. The same farmers are threatening to blow the gates open again, with the support of anti-government activist Ammon Bundy, known for leading an armed group to occupy Oregon's Malheur National Wildlife Refuge in 2016. Bundy later faced federal charges for his role in the 41-day standoff with federal agents, but was acquitted by a jury. One of Bundy's men, Robert Lavoy Finicum, was killed by law enforcement during that takeover. Now, among the posters hanging in Nielsen's Klamath Basin tent is Finicum's rallying cry: "There are things more important than your life, and freedom is one of them. I am prepared to defend that freedom." Alright, Dev, have a good sleep. Bundy's... oh my god. He's running for governor of Idaho? Fuck. Gross. Also, it's funny to me, like, the statement, "There are things more important than your life, and freedom is one of them." Just like, well, you can't have freedom if you're dead. Like, I guess you're free to get shot by police in that instance, but yeah, yeah, jazzies. He's a nice guy. He's just like me, Nielsen said of Bundy. He's just willing to stand up on what's right and wrong. What's right? What do you mean, what's right and wrong? Sounds like a line from that new animated Founding Fathers movie. Oh, God. Oh, no. There's a new animated Founding Fathers movie? I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know about it. When people are desperate and scared, they have all sorts of different Yet many local farmers do not want to get their water back by force. Even if they do manage to open the gates for a short period of time, Hill said, there still won't be enough water for their needs. Oh, fine, Dan. We'll watch the trailer, but let me finish the fucking article first. God. When people are desperate and scared, they have all sorts of reactions along the spectrum. On the spectrum, you say? Oh God, just looking at the thumbnail, holy shit. Yeah. When people are desperate and scared, they have all sorts of different reactions along the spectrum, Hill said. There's enough people that are pushed to the brink this year that options that wouldn't normally seem reasonable are starting to change. As far as any violence, it's not just something I can ever condone. If those fish die, the people die. I mean, God. Okay, so, like, these people have no concept of have no, like, real concept of solidarity beyond their, like, little, like, we're all farmers, but, like, they have, like, no, like, and it's, like, I mean, it sucks that the government is doing this, like, to them, it sucks for them that it's happening, but, like, dude said it all. They're standing up for their private property. You're right, Dorian. He did say it all. Which is like a real fucking shame, because like they're doing it for the wrong. I don't know. Like, I feel like there is something to be like gleaned there, but they're not gonna find it. The Upper Klamath Lake is home to two native suckerfish, the Kiwam and Koptu, that don't exist anywhere else in the world. These fish are so sacred to Southern Oregon's Klamath tribes, which are made up of Klamath, Modoc, and Yahookskin band of northern Paiute Indians. But biologists and tribal communities around the Upper Klamath Lake say that warming temperatures and environmental degradation have caused water levels to drop to the bare minimum needed to keep the fish alive. According to Alex Gagnon, a senior biologist for the Klamath tribes, the two endangered suckerfish are endemic species that have existed for at least 1 million years, and they have a difficult time adapting to environmental changes, especially ones brought by rapidly warming temperatures and agricultural practices. The Klamath Project created hazardous conditions for the fish, Gagnon says. Phosphorus and nitrogen runoff from nearby farms fueled enormous algal blooms, which sucked oxygen out of the air. The fish often get less than they need, just like the farmers get less than they need, which comes back to this whole system needs a redesign, Gagnon said. Yeah, see, they're not looking... This is exactly what I'm saying. These people are too fucking myopic to, like, understand that this shit is bigger than them and their private fucking property. But then again, these people probably don't actually fucking believe in climate change anyway, even though it's literally, like, pointing the barrel of the gun right in their fucking faces. Sorry, this shit makes me so fucking infuriated. I get incensed. The fish often get less than they need, just like the farmers get less than they need. The impact is taking an emotional and cultural toll on Native Americans in the basin. The Quam fish, for instance, is central to the tribe's creation story and indigenous practices, but now they fear the extinction of the species. The tribe made the tough decision in 1986 to halt their hunting and fishing in hopes of species recovery. We're here today because those fish were here, said Don Gentry, the chairman of the Klamath tribes. The Quam creation story says, if those fish die, the people die. As time runs out and the drought worsens, the one thing that that all stakeholders seem to agree on is that the current way of managing the water crisis is not working. Gentry agrees that even the mandatory protections placed on the suckerfish under the Endangered Species Act aren't improving conditions enough. All we're trying to do is protect the very same thing that other people in the basin are, trying to protect our homeland, our culture, and our traditional economy. Hunting, fishing, trapping, and gathering, said Gentry. We've suffered that loss many times. We have to do what we have to do to protect the things that are here. It's unfortunate that it pits us against other folks. Yeah, fuck. That sucks. Ugh. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did so, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel if you haven't done so already. I've got my Twitch and Twitter handles up above, and they will also be posted as links in the description of this video, along with some of the other stuff that I do, including ways to support me and my SoundCloud page where I've put some music up there. If you want to participate in these videos, Twitch is where we do that. We record these live and then I cut them together into a more cohesive ASMR video. So consider following us there. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.